Brace yourself for this brutal truth. Your highest performers are not transformation assets, they're transformation assassins who will murder every change initiative to protect their comfortable kingdoms. These steady state superstars succeeded by mastering the old model, and they will sabotage your new model faster than you can spell status quo. Success in yesterday's system predicts resistance to tomorrow's transformation, not speculation. That's statistics. Hello, I'm Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin, CEO of Stagnation Assassins, and the Executive Director of the Stagnation Intelligence Agency. As always, this will be a fast-paced, bold, in-your-face episode where we will help teach all the aspiring stagnation assassins out there how to declare war on stagnation. If you have issues with star performers secretly sabotaging your transformation efforts, in this podcast, you will discover the transformation talent framework that identifies 5 critical capabilities on why you should expect 30 to 80% leadership turnover during a transformation, and how Adobe's subscription shift succeeded by assembling disruption-comfortable leaders. Picture this personnel paradox. Your top salesperson, the one crushing quota for 10 straight years, becomes your biggest barrier to implementing a new business model. Why? Because their entire identity, income, and influence depends on the old way of thinking. I have seen this tragedy play out like corporate Shakespeare. There was this software company transitioning from licenses to subscriptions. Their star sales team, legends who had built their career on massive upfront deals, became underground resistance fighters. They whispered doubts in customers' ears, slow-walked implementations, and even steered deals to competitors who still sold the old way. Here is the horrifying reality. High performers in steady-state operations have the most to lose during a transformation. They've mastered the current game. They've optimized their approach. They built their entire reputation on it. And now you're changing the rules. That's like telling a chess grandmaster that you're switching to checkers. They will fight that change with every fiber. The research is revealing. Studies show that approximately 70% of transformation resistance comes from those who were successful before. 70%. These aren't your troublemakers. These are your stars. They're not resisting because they're bad employees. They're resisting because they're smart employees who recognize threats to their success formula. I've heard about this retail company undergoing digital transformation, and their best store managers, the people who perfected the art of physical retail, became their biggest blockers to omnichannel integration. They'd forget to promote online options, discourage ship-from-store programs, and create friction at every integration point. Why? Because digital success meant their physical store expertise mattered less. Sales stars are the worst saboteurs. They built networks, perfected pitches, developed deep customer relationships based on the old model. And when you introduce new products and new pricing and new processes, you're not just changing their job, you're destroying their competitive advantage. No wonder they resist with the creativity of cornered cats. But here's what really makes this malignant. These high performers don't resist openly. They're too smart for that. They smile in meetings and they nod at the new strategies, and then they systematically undermine implementation through 1,000 tiny acts of sabotage. They become transformation termites, eating away at the foundation while maintaining a perfect exterior. Another company I know tried transforming their engineering culture from waterfall to agile. Their most senior engineers, brilliant people who had built their career on detailed planning and sequential development, became creativity assassins. They'd find 1,000 reasons why agile couldn't work here, create complexity where none existed, and mentor junior engineers to resist. The transformation died a death of 1,000 cuts. So it's time to make the tough transformation trades. The transformation talent framework identifies 5 capabilities that matter more than past performance. First, productive discomfort. You need leaders who thrive in ambiguity, not those who optimize for stability. One company I read about tested this by asking candidates about their biggest failures and what they learned. Traditional stars, they talked about avoiding failure. Transformation leaders, they lit up describing lessons that they had learned from disasters. Second, pattern recognition velocity. Steady state success requires deep expertise. Transformation requires seeing new patterns fast. Adobe's shift to Creative Cloud succeeded because they brought in leaders who could spot patterns from other industries undergoing subscription transitions. Experience in the old model actually reduced pattern recognition. Third, intellectual humility. Your current stars often suffer from expertise arrogance. They know how things work. Transformation leaders combine confidence with curiosity. They're confident enough to act, but humble enough to acknowledge when they're wrong. One executive told me, I'd rather hire someone who failed at transformation than succeeded at optimization. Fourth, execution obsession. Not just hitting targets, obsessing over the right targets even when they change. Traditional high performers often excel at executing a playbook. Transformation leaders excel at writing new playbooks while executing. It's like playing jazz versus classical music. Both require skill, but transformation, it's all improvisation. Fifth, learning metabolism. How fast can someone absorb new information and change behavior? High performers often have slow learning metabolism because their success reinforces existing patterns. Transformation requires people who learn and unlearn and relearn at startup speed. Expect 30 to 80% leadership turnover. Plan for it. This isn't failure, it's a feature. One technology company actually told their leadership team, we expect 50% of you won't be here in 2 years. Those who stay will thrive. Those who leave will land softly and thrive elsewhere. But transformation is non-negotiable. And guess what? The right people self-selected. Adobe's subscription success story shows this perfectly. They didn't just change their business model, they changed their leaders. Key positions went to people comfortable with disruption, even if they had less domain expertise. A subscription software expert replaced a desktop software legend. Customer success leaders came from SaaS companies, not traditional software. The old guard's expertise became liability, not asset. But here's the counterintuitive key. You must move fast on people changes. Every day you delay, transformation antibodies multiply. One company CEO told me his biggest regret was taking 6 months to replace his resistant sales leader. Those 6 months of subtle sabotage set us back a year, he said. Probably more. The 3 questions framework makes selection simpler. Do they get energized or exhausted by ambiguity? Can they hold opposing ideas without breaking? Do they attract talent excited by change or stability? These answers reveal transformation capability better than any resume could. Remember, as always, visit toddhagopian.com for some awesome free content on slaying stagnation, or go straight to the source and visit the world's largest stagnation slaughterhouse at stagnationassassins.com. Make sure to sign up for updates at both. Follow me on the socials, buy our books, do all the stuff. But most importantly, tune in here next time as we continue to declare war on stagnation. Your transformation triage assignment for the day: list your top 10 performers for each. Honestly, assess. Are they energized or threatened by transformation? Could they lead change or just manage stability? Who would thrive in ambiguity versus order? The results will reveal who's really on your transformation team. Remember, past performance predicts future resistance. Are you brave enough to bet your transformation on the right people, not just the successful ones? Thanks again, folks. Look forward to seeing you next time.